It's always an exciting moment when a civilization advances to interstellar travel. After all, it means that they can finally go explore the galaxy and maybe find some friends along the way. But sometimes, well, maybe they won't be the only ones who thought of that. This is they thought they were the only Deathworlders until they met humans. Part 2 of 2. A long time ago in a faraway galaxy, there was a solar system with one very special planet. It had 2 suns, so it had twice the amount of light and heat. It had slightly more water than Earth and enough CO2 in its atmosphere to retain heat. This made it possible for life to evolve, and it did so in a big way. This planet was home to dozens of continents, hundreds of nations, and millions of people. Well, technically quadrillions, but the humans don't need to know that. These sapiens were called the Vedani, and they had been around for a long time. They had worked out how to domesticate animals, grow crops, and eventually build cities. They had also invented spaceships, which allowed them to settle on other planets in their system. All of this happened without any higher-level civilizations interfering. So when the Vedani finally reached the stars, they were pretty confident that they were the pinnacle of evolution. They started traveling the galaxy, trying to spread their culture to other planets and occasionally getting into fights with alien species. But overall, it was a good time. Then they met the humans. The humans didn't think much of the Vedani at first. They were a bit strange looking, but they seemed nice enough. So the humans invited them over to Earth for a little tour. The Vedani were excited to see what the humans had done with their planet, but what they found surprised them. The oceans were full of plastic, the air was full of pollution, and most of the land was either concrete or farmland. The Vedani couldn't believe that this was the best that humanity had to offer. Surely they could do better. So they started trying to help. The Vedani used their advanced technology to clean up the oceans and the air, then helped the humans redesign their cities to be more efficient. At first, the humans were grateful for the help, but soon they started to resent the Vedani. Why should they have to listen to these aliens? They had been through much worse than this before, and they had survived. They would survive this too. So the humans kicked out the Vedani and went back to living however they pleased. This hurt the Vedani deeply. They had wanted to help the humans, but now they understood that they weren't welcome. They left Earth feeling dejected, never realizing that they had just saved the humans from themselves. Humans are resilient creatures, but they need a lot of help to get to where they need to be. Thankfully, they aren't the only ones who understand this. Humans have been visited by many different alien species over the years, and not all of them have had the best intentions. There are those who come to enslave humanity, those who come to study us, and those who come to destroy us. Then there are those who come to help. These aliens may look different from us or have different ways of doing things, but they all share one common goal: helping humanity reach its potential. Sometimes this help comes in the form of technology, a small gift that can change everything. Other times it comes in the form of knowledge, a bit of wisdom that can guide humanity through tough times. And sometimes it comes in the form of friendship, a bond that can help humanity remember that it isn't alone in the universe. These aliens may not always understand humanity, but they are patient, and they keep trying until they do. They see the good in us, even when we can't see it ourselves. And they help us find our place in the universe. We humans like to think we're pretty special. I mean, we've built some pretty amazing things like spaceships and robots, and even artificial intelligence. But sometimes I wonder if we're not special at all. I mean, if you look at the grand scheme of things, we're just a tiny blue dot on a rock hurtling through space. We're not even the best at what we do. Take the Vedani, for example. They're a species of aliens who live in a binary star system, and they've managed to build a society that is way more advanced than ours. They've got stuff like anti-gravity technology and the ability to control matter at the atomic level. And to top it off, they're also psychic. Yeah, no kidding. Turns out we're not the only ones who can read minds. The Vidani have mastered this ability and use it for everything from telepathy to mind control. And they're not even the only ones who can do that. There are other species out there like the Thalassians who can manipulate reality itself with their minds. Yeah, we're not special. Okay, but maybe being special isn't the point. Maybe what really matters is how we use what we've got. I mean, sure, the Vidani have cool tech and the Thalassians can bend reality. But what about the humans? What can we do? Well, for starters, we've got something that the Vidani and the Thalassians don't have: imagination. We're able to dream up new possibilities and then make them a reality. Sure, the Vidani and the Thalassians can build cool stuff, but they're limited by what they can imagine. We humans, on the other hand, are only limited by our own creativity. That's why we're the ones who build spaceships and robots and AI. And that's why we're the ones who will eventually conquer the galaxy. It doesn't matter that we're not the strongest or the smartest or the most advanced. What matters is that we're human. Humans are a pretty special species, if I do say so myself. Yeah, there are other species out there that are stronger and smarter and more advanced than us. But we humans, we've got something that the others don't have: heart. We're capable of great things, not because we're perfect, but because we're not. We're flawed, and that makes us special. It's what makes us human. You know what else is human? Our tendency to screw things up. Look at our planet Earth. We've polluted our oceans and our air. We've cut down our forests and wasted our resources. We've created weapons of mass destruction and started wars. Basically, we've done everything we can to destroy ourselves. But you know what? We've also created works of art that have inspired generations. We've developed medical treatments that have saved countless lives. And we've explored the unknown and pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Because we're humans, we're capable of both great things and terrible things. And that's what makes us special. Some species out there think that we should be destroyed because of our flaws. But that's short-sighted. It's our flaws that make us strong. They make us adaptable and resilient. They force us to work together and innovate. If there's one thing that humans are good at, it's adapting to change. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but we've always come out stronger on the other side. Some species out there might be more advanced than us, but they'll never be as resilient as we are. They'll never be able to adapt to the ever-changing galaxy the way we can. Because being human isn't about being perfect. It's about being strong in the face of adversity, being creative in the face of challenges, and being united in the face of danger. So yeah, we humans might not be the strongest or the smartest or the most advanced species out there, but we are special. We're a species that is capable of great things despite our flaws. A species that can overcome any challenge, and a species that will eventually conquer the galaxy. We are humans and we're just getting started. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Humans are pretty special. We're not the strongest or the smartest or the most advanced species out there, but we're adaptable, resilient, and united. We're capable of great things despite our flaws. And we're just getting started. There are other species out there that might be stronger, smarter, or more advanced, but none of them have the heart, soul, and sheer determination of the human race. We've got what it takes to succeed, not because we're perfect, but because we're not. And that's what makes us truly special. If you enjoyed this story, let me know by giving it a like. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching.